Hey guys, welcome to my DevLog number 4. I'm going to be trying out something new where I will have commentary. So let me know what you think about this commentary. But anyway, so I've made a few changes within my game, which one of them is optimizing how I display my tile map. So instead of rendering the objects every frame, now I use a render texture. And in case you don't know how that works, which honestly I didn't understand how it worked until I looked very deep into it, so you're not alone on that. But here's how it basically works. So what I was doing before, basically what you probably think of how the game renders is through just rendering each tile manually, just like this. And then when the frame resets, resets frame, then we go back and we do it all over again, remaking all the tiles. And so you do that every single frame. You delete and you repeat this. Okay, that's very bad. You repeat this process continuously. But what I've now adopted was a new method where you get what's called a render texture. So it's basically a frame of reference, and what you do is you actually draw to the render texture. Okay, so you draw the map to the render texture, and this is just like my chunks. So the only time this actually needs to be reset is when my chunks load. And so when you have this whatever map gets converted into a sprite. So now this texture is, so now I make a sprite and give it the same texture. And so as the player moves, the sprite will move. And so instead of it being, say, I don't know, 1,000 objects per chunk, instead of it being, say, 1,000 objects per chunk, now it is 1 object per chunk, because you don't have to render all these tiles. You only have to do that every time a new frame is generated. So when the player moves into a new area and then it has to generate a new frame, that's the only time you're gonna have to generate a new render, what is it called again? Render texture. So that's why this is so optimized. And if you actually look, you're going to notice this optimization. So right here I have the FPS, and you can see that it runs a lot faster than before. Look at this. There's no lag whatsoever, and my laptop is slow, so that is saying a lot. And not only that, but I did also notice as a perk, there's no screen tearing of the textures anymore, which is really nice. Look at that, no tearing whatsoever. It's amazing. So it's definitely good. The one problem with this is that you see when I break blocks, before it would update every frame, but now it doesn't update when I break blocks. So that's one thing I'm going to need to look into. I'm probably going to go down a rabbit hole where I have to so here, let's use the notepad so we can visualize this. Okay, so I'm probably going to go down some sort of rabbit hole where I'll have to check. Oh, music's playing. Okay. So, why is this? Oh, that's opacity. Okay. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to find where the player, come on, here we go, where the player modifies. So let's say they break a block, right? Poof, block disappears right there. And so we need to keep this change in mind, and we need to update it, because right now our frame of reference still says, because the chunk hasn't updated yet, our frame of reference still has didn't register that yet. It's like, oh no, there's still a block there because it hasn't updated. So in order to fix that, what I'll probably need to do is store an array or something where it will be something like this, where it will be block, 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 or no, like block, 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 broken block, 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 and every time the player breaks a block, I'll have to store that data for the chunk. But what I'm trying to figure out right now is how, because the way it is right now, I have, I think, around 10,000 chunks. So am I going to have 10,000 arrays? That's the thing I'm looking into right now. So I'm trying to find the most efficient way to do this. But yeah, so as of right now, I'm not worrying about that because I got this nice looking, if you zoom in, oh, there we go, nice looking generation. Real quick before I end this video, I will show a no commentary showcase of my project. So anyway, here we go.